So you think you've got a pretty good handle on how to play the game. You understand the 2d20 system, skill tests, action points, combat zones, all of it. So now it's time to decide, who do you want to be? What makes you special? Greetings, Vault Dwellers, and welcome to the Wasteland. This is your Overseer speaking, Three-Eyed Townie, and today we're going to be talking about attributes which use the special system for Fallout, the role-playing game by Modiphius. This video is a continuation of a Learn to Play series that I'm putting together for the game. In previous videos, I've covered the basic mechanics of how the system works, and today we're going to be kicking off character creation. When you make a playable character in Fallout the role-playing game, your physical and mental capability is determined by your attributes. These stats help to determine how your character approaches certain situations and acts with their environment and other characters. There are 7 attributes that make up the special system. There's strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Each attribute will have a number score attached to it, which is commonly referred to as a rank. When making a brand new character starting at level 1, each attribute will have a rank of 5, unless specified otherwise by your origin. Now you can reduce any of those ranks down to 4 and then reassign those additional points elsewhere. You then get 5 additional ranks to spend freely on any attributes of your choosing. Now the core rulebook advises that no attribute be lower than 4 or higher than 10 unless specified otherwise by your origin. Now there may be other situations that would bump these stats higher or lower depending on special equipment, perks, items, etc. But when making your character to start, it's good to stay within these guidelines. Now let's talk about each one of these attributes and what they're for. Strength defines your physical proficiency. It's used for unarmed and melee attacks, and it's also used to increase the damage of those attacks. Strength determines how much you can carry before being over-encumbered, and basically anything else that requires brute force. So if you're looking to solve your problems by hitting things, strength is definitely an attribute to throw some ranks in. Perception determines how aware you are of your surroundings, and how easily you notice things. It's also used when making an attack with energy weapons, determining your initiative score, and is the default attribute for picking locks, piloting vehicles, and using explosives. Perception is an attribute you want if you're looking to play a character that has a higher chance of noticing things that others might overlook. Things like traps, hidden objects, clues, secret doors, or even enemies. Endurance measures how tough you are. It determines how many hit points you have and your overall resilience when facing the wasteland. Endurance is the attribute used for big guns attacks, and it's the default attribute for survival tests. If you're looking to play a character that grits their teeth and pushes through the opposition, or mows everything down with a Gatling laser, then throw some ranks in endurance. Charisma comes into play when interacting with other creatures or characters. It determines how convincing you can be when trying to influence a conversation, barter, or exercise diplomacy. Charisma is the default attribute for barter and speech tests. Throw some ranks in charisma if you're looking to be the likable, smooth-talking negotiator. Intelligence is for those big brain moves. It's the default stat for science, repair, and medicine tests. If you want to play the medic, hacker extraordinaire, robotic handyman, or overall smarty pants, throw some ranks in intelligence. Agility is a measurement of your dexterity. It determines how nimble and balanced you can be, and is the default attribute for throwing weapons, small guns, and sneaking. If you want to be the quick draw gunslinger, light on your feet, or the silent killer, agility is where you're going to want to put some ranks. Lastly, we have luck, which is unique to all the other attributes because it's not associated with any particular skill. Luck has the ability to turn the odds in your favor in many different ways. With luck, you can spend points to reroll dice, add details to a scene, or even swap luck for the default attribute on a skill test. I went into complete detail on luck in a previous video in this Learn to Play series, and I definitely recommend giving that a watch. It's really cool how you can use luck to turn the bad time into the best time. So these are the 7 attributes that all add up to what makes your character special. It might seem intimidating doling out these ranks, so here's a few tips of advice. Think about what kind of character you want to play. Place ranks and attributes that align with skills that you'd like to use the most. When developing your character's backstory, think about the kind of life that they led. What would they be good at based on what they've done already? Read through all the perks. Many perks do have a prerequisite that requires a certain number rank in a specific attribute. Decide on the things that you're okay with just being okay at, and the things that you really want to shine at, depending on the type of character you want to play. You need to accept that you're not going to excel at everything, and that's okay. Honestly, the failures can be just as fun as the successes, so having a low rank in something can be just as good as having a high rank. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found this breakdown helpful. As you probably already know, this video is a continuation of a Learn to Play series, and we have so much more to cover. If you don't want to miss when the next video is coming out, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. You can find me and the rest of the Fallout 2D20 unofficial fan community everywhere on the internet. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and we have a very active Discord community as well. And I'll leave links for all that in the description. And if you haven't already pre-ordered Fallout the role-playing game by Modiphius, you can do so directly from their online shop, and I'll leave a link for that in the description too. Thanks again for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, I'll see you in the Wasteland.